All right, well, yeah, best intro yet so far. So, hello everybody. Welcome to Casually Talking Shit, gamers podcast. I'm Christian, aka Casual Diabetic or Christ, whatever you want to call me. And today I got Corbin, Matt, Steve, Dane, Josh, and we're just going to be taking a deep dive into Call of Duty as a series and the history of a franchise and how we have played it, what we've done with it, what we think of it as an overall just franchise of itself. So how's everyone doing today? I know it's a little weird going on right now. We got Josh or Hat Pappy in the drive-thru.
I'm good.
He's ordering some McDonald's.
Yeah, I'll be even better in a minute. I'm glad I can entertain you guys.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I love hearing just a jackhammer in the fucking background. Or is that your car?
That's a
my
turn
car.
signal.
Are you driving the CRV?
Yes.
At least people with CRVs use their turn signal, unlike other European car drivers.
Oh,
Damn, you just called out like all of Europe.
I know. Basically,
Well, they don't use turn signals, so they can eat shit.
oh my God, there goes our European audience. All right. Anyways,
The
We have
damn
an
shame.
European audience?
So the lady talked me into buying an extra small fry.
you want to come drop it off?
I didn't realize what she was saying, and now I have 2 small fries.
Come drop it off.
Nah, dude, that's too far. And you know what? You really want it? It might be cold by the time I get there.
No, fuck it. You just get home so you can get out
Hey,
of the
dude,
car.
I need you to drive to my house all the way out to Perry and give me that shit.
That's way too far.
Don't be a bitch.
This ain't DoorDash, bitch.
You gotta pay extra for that.
You're trying to say that I wouldn't tip you?
Well, what?
Oh no,
You're
he
talking my language.
It's too late now. The time has passed.
Damn.
All right. Well, how's everyone doing today? I don't know if we got that far yet.
Even better now.
I suppose pretty good considering my day. Yeah, it was pretty good. Why? How was your day, Christian?
It was good. I worked in the morning. Came home, just out with the dogs, got food, played some Battlefield 5.
I got up at 3 p.m.
What a
Holy
legend!
shit!
I got up
Steve.
at
Jealous.
noon.
Josh, if you get pulled over, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna
Bitch,
keep
put
it.
pickles and onions on my sandwich.
Oh, dude.
That fucking blows.
I bought
What?
an extra small fry from you, and this is how you treat me.
Whoa. They did not put pickles on your sandwich?
No, they did, and I told them not to.
Well, I mean, hey, I like pickles.
You want to DoorDash those pickles?
Yeah, I'll totally take those pickles, man.
I feel like I'm hijacking this whole podcast with my...
Dude, you know what? This is great. This is just great. Yeah, I know. Call of Duty, it's trash compared to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Heard that.
I'm glad someone else fucking agrees.
Well, I guess that's a decent segue. I kind of mentioned it before. We're going to be talking about Call of Duty and, again, the series as a whole. The first thing I kind of wanted to talk about while Josh is driving, we'll cover it real quick, is how Call of Duty started. If any of us remember the launch, the Boomer specifically,
Screw
and
you.
what we remember about it. Do you know how young I was when Call of Duty came out?
Well, if I remember correctly in my boomer brain of mine, it
was
was
6.
2003?
Yes, 2003.
I had the first Call of Duty on. It was PlayStation 2, right?
I just
think
remember that it was
it
like
was.
World War II.
Yep. Yeah, PlayStation 2.
I played Finest Hour, not the first one.
I had it, and I hated it.
I played the Finest Hour, Big Red 1, 3. I played a lot of them. I stopped buying them around Ghost. I actually played Ghost for a week. Was like, yeah, no, this is not my style. Let me just return this.
Yeah, I've not played much of Call of Duty, like, at all, until Modern Warfare 1, like, just 4, Call of Duty 4.
Which is unfortunate. That seems how like a lot of people got into the franchise.
Oh yeah, I think 4 is a large gate of entry for many people who play Call of Duty, especially now.
Fucking normies.
Hey man, Modern Warfare was a good ass game.
So was
I-
Call of Duty 3. So was Call of Duty 2. So was Call of Duty Big Red 1.
I have to say my favorite is number 3.
Three's
Oh.
really good. Well,
Oh,
I
three's
don't
good.
know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Three's really good. I've never played 3. I'm just talking up my ass. But yeah, I don't know. Like we can talk about the history and stuff. I don't know if you guys know much about like the way it started. Most of it was
Wait, Josh, real quick.
oh
That eating and driving, that's distracted driving. You're gonna get pulled over, bud.
Nah, bro, it's cool.
I.
all right. We're up to 7 viewers now. Oh god.
Yeah, it's all
just in
because
case-
Josh went to McDonald's.
Welcome for the content.
I'm reporting you to the authorities. There's a crazy man driving down the.
He's on a podcast right now. Go on Twitch. You can see him.
I hear his retarded friends.
In the car.
He's talking like an old man.
Where are the rest of your faces at? Why can't I see any?
I
Don't have
know
a
they're all
webcam.
peasants. They don't have webcam.
Punk.
Yeah, they're all sold out.
Sorry, the coronavirus happened.
All right. Well, Call of Duty.
Yeah, I actually stopped playing the whole series after Modern Warfare 2. So
That's unfortunate because the games after Modern Warfare 2 were also very good, I'd say.
Yeah, I'll agree.
yeah, probably. It's just I got more into Battlefield, and
Oh, fair enough.
you know,
I sort of had that whole thing going on back when the shittier ones were coming out. I mean, like,
I remember when they first called. I always hated it.
Back in my day.
oh my god, Josh, if you get into a car accident, the fucking views.
Yo, I just crashed my car.
But yeah, to be honest, I mean, I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and I beyond that, the one I had the most time into, sadly, sans Modern Warfare. We can talk about Modern Warfare at the end, the new one. The one I have the most time in is Advanced Warfare, sadly.
in the original Modern Warfare, you said, or the new one?
No, I said we're gonna put the new Modern Warfare aside right now. The one besides that one, the one I have the most hours into, honestly, is probably Advanced Warfare.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. That fucking blows.
People really love that game, or they really hated it. There's absolutely no in between.
I loved the campaign. I won't lie. I'll say it right here. I'll be
The
that
campaign
guy.
was kind of cool.
You
It's
know, I feel as if the campaigns in these games get very overlooked sometimes. I don't know why, because sometimes they have some pretty good stories, Granted, the whole point of the game is to kill each other.
I think the campaigns are great. It sucks that they don't focus on them like much anymore. It's a damn shame, honestly.
Well, now they do, but
They tried.
They tried the whole Black Ops 4 idea where they just didn't even throw in a campaign at all. It was just multiplayer only, which was an interesting take on Activision and all of them. So I was kind of shocked. I was like, really, Black Ops 4 doesn't have a campaign?
That was a big talking point for a lot of people that it didn't have a campaign. I mean, that was I think that was the first Call of Duty to do it, right? Yeah.
Well, they thought it didn't matter.
And that's unfortunate. I think that it's kind of not segueing, but getting off topic a little bit. But EA is slowly realizing, and again, this is EA, not Activision, but EA kind of is a big enough juggernaut in the video game industry to make a push when they do something. But they're seeing that single player games are profitable and are being played, and stuff like Star Wars The Fallen Order sold very well, and that's just a single player experience. So I feel like we're gonna see a rise in like the more single player shooters. Ideally, that's what I like to see. That aren't just looter shooters. Like I like the Call of Duty cinematic campaigns. I think they're nice. It's like watching a movie.
I primarily play single player games. Like single player campaigns are my bread and butter.
Well, I almost feel as if like you have a really good single player game, and then down the line, or someone's playing this, go, oh man, I really want to play this with a friend. And I feel as if with the producers of these games, they often are torn between whether or not they want to keep it that solo game. They don't want to have to worry about putting in all the script and all the troubleshooting to get another person into the game. And when they do that, usually you have this fantastic single player experience. But then down the line, it eventually becomes holy shit, this is going to be a great multiplayer game.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point that one out.
Does that really even happen anymore, though?
I wouldn't say that it's nearly as common, but I think it still happens.
I don't think I can tell you a game that had a single player that they made into a multiplayer.
What, as in the single player actually turning into it, or that the single player game doesn't have a multiplayer?
Single player game turning into it. Not getting a multiplayer overall. Well,
It's not recent, but you have Warcraft.
Yeah.
That's
And
gone
then
from a single player RTS to a huge multiplayer game.
you also have some of the Star Wars games for a while there were single player,
hmm
and then boom, we went from single player games to a bunch of Star Wars multiplayer games. But which there was a single player Star Wars game, and I can't remember if they ever made a multiplayer for it or if someone modded it. And that I cannot remember, unfortunately. I know my buddy David would probably know better than me.
was it that squad based one? Is that Knights of the Old Republic?
Oh, are you talking about the no, I know which one you're talking about too. Let me search it. It was Republic Commando. Is that what you're thinking of? The 4-player squad one? It was like a FPS game.
Yeah. I think it was one of the ones where you could actually play a Jedi. I can't remember the name of the damn game. I'd have to ask him for the next time. I'll get back to you on that.
Star Wars Force Unleashed, just a quick plug, great game. 1 and 2.
Really?
Oh yeah, amazing.
That's the game I was thinking you were maybe talking about, but I guess not.
Now that we're talking about better games, I just
I like Call of Duty.
I do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like it's mainstream, but it's good.
I talk mad shit on Call of Duty, but I don't think it's necessarily because of the games. It was more of the
People playing the game?
people playing the games, the community in itself back in the day, at least, maybe not now. Holy fuck. It was nearly as toxic as Fortnite, and that's saying a lot, I know. But
I mean, it's always toxic.
yeah, but I mean, like, okay, take for example when I started playing Battlefield,
Uh-huh.
people didn't really complain about the way you played.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, you'll have someone bitching that you're using a shotgun, and
Not me.
but you didn't have someone going, "Oh, you're just a camping fucking noob fag that can't do this and this and this," and yeah, that's why I switched over to Battlefield. Battlefield just had a better community, and there was a time there where COD players jumped over to Battlefield, and this toxicity came through, and they actually got shit on in the chat, and it was probably the funniest thing I ever saw. Was, oh great, another COD player bitching that I'm camping. I'm staying in one spot, and the bitch can't hit me. Like it was things like that. So I think that it was just the player base. It was night and day for me. That's why I kind of switched over to Battlefield. But Call of Duty is a great game.
Yeah, I've said it before, and I stand by it. Call of Duty has that sport mentality
Yeah, definitely.
where when you play it, you feel like you're playing a sport over like a video game almost. When I play Battlefield, it feels like I'm playing a game.
hmm
Right.
Yeah, you're
While
in it
Call
for
of
the
Duty-
experience.
Yeah. While Call of Duty, it's like, all right, I got a running gun. I got to make sure I get my slides right. I got to make sure I'm peeking around these corners right. I got to make sure my pacing's right. The angles are right. I got to make sure everything's going like that. At that point, it becomes like a sport, and it's not a bad thing. Like I love that adrenaline time. Call
Right.
of Duty is one of the only games that like make me sweat like that.
Right. And with Battlefield, I feel like Battlefield really tried to stick with the military simulation more than a competition game.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Right.
It's gotten. You can really see that. Not to speak over you, but with Battlefield 5, you can really see that. Seeing as how the tanks have to go back and reload. Like you don't have just unlimited ammo. You once you're out of ammo, you got to go back. You got to resupply.
Well, that wasn't necessarily like a design, like an intended design choice because of like historically they've had to go back and get ammo. Sure, I guess, but it's also to stop people from jerking off on ledges with a tank or some shit and just raining hell throughout the entire game.
Yeah, it definitely is a balancing like thing for sure. But it also does add that point of like simulation to where like, oh, I can't just sit here and
Yeah.
slam on the trigger all day. I got to go back and make sure that I can cover my ass to get that ammo.
Sure, you can make it seem that way, or they could make it seem that way, but that's not really why it's intended that it is that way.
I think it's more of they've implemented the reload where you have to like wait a shorter period of time after you fire like 5 or 6 shots.
Yeah, they did that in Battlefield 4.
Yeah. They also did that in 1 where it took like a while to like reload those 6 shots or whatever.
Where in like 3 you could just throw lead down range nonstop.
Yeah, and wasn't Bad Company 2 a little off topic, but still, it wasn't Bad Company 2 like unlimited ammo in
Yeah,
tanks and stuff. Yeah,
up until 4 it was basically unlimited ammo.
yeah, it was. They're good implementations, but you know,
I mean, yeah, I don't think it's bad talking about Battlefield. Battlefield's a good thing to bring up when we talk about Call of Duty because what else do you
it's a good
got
comparison.
in the shooter besides battle royales? Like sans
Yeah.
Right.
sans battle royales, what else do you have in like the competitive multiplayer shooter?
You know, Battlefield lost me at hardcore. As you know, me, Evan, and Corey are very much about hardcore, and the fact that Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 have no hardcore, as far as I know. I haven't.
I don't think they did even know.
That just peeved me off. You still have a player base, and you can look at Battlefield 4 and just see it. These are all the people that want to play hardcore that are still playing the goddamn game. And not saying that there aren't people not playing it on Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 is just awesome. But I mean, I think if they don't implement that later, they're eventually going to lose traction versus Call of Duty, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they've already lost traction to Call of Duty. I mean, you look at not that it's something specifically to go by, but you look at like streaming numbers, you look at the games themselves.
Right.
I mean, Call of Duty has been smashing every Battlefield release. You never really hear too many people going crazy for a recent Battlefield.
But and you know what though? When Battlefield 1 was announced, holy shit, were people fucking pumped.
I was pumped. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And when my brother bought it, he goes, "There's no fucking hardcore. None whatsoever." And that's why I didn't buy it. That's why I didn't buy both of the games. I mean, I guess it's because we really like that simulation factor of it. And
I think you should give 5 a try.
you know, I'm willing to when it's on sale. That'll be my little protest.
It's always on sale.
Do you
Is
have
it
EA?
really?
Yeah, it's on sale right now. You can get the year 2 edition for $25.
On Origin?
On Steam.
Do you Oh yeah, you
On
can get it on
Steam?
Steam too. Do you have EA access or Origin access?
I don't think I have Origin access.
Okay. I was about to say, yeah, if you have Origin access, it comes on there.
Yeah. Those are the subscription rates these days.
Right.
Hey, $5 really
Yeah.
like when I compare that to like World of Warcraft, I mean, I'm paying $15 a month for one game.
Right.
It's a very dense game too.
It is dense, yes.
Oh, so random interjection about the whole hardcore thing. I'm pretty sure you can find hardcore servers. You just have to look for them. If you do a quick match, I think it's only like core game modes and stuff like that. I think you have to like search for hardcore specific game types in order to join them.
That's in Battlefield 5?
In 1 and I'm not sure about 5, but I think 1.
In 1, yeah, 1 definitely has hardcore servers, especially now that third-party servers are like more
Yeah.
popular.
No shit.
Yeah, 1 definitely has hardcore modded servers basically, where it's just 200% damage.
And I'm sure we'll be able to get it once if we get player hosted servers for 5.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
Definitely.
But we've been waiting since release for that.
I think that's probably going to be just the last ditch thing they do.
I doubt they're going to do it realistically.
I hope
At
they
this
at least do it like at one point because they have the whole rent a server beta thing in Battlefield 1. So like hopefully that's a good
It's a
sign.
beta. It's like they haven't had rent servers that have worked in the previous 3-4 games. Yeah, we're just trying it out. We're not sure how it's gonna work out. Never done it before. You fucking idiots. Just do it how you've been doing it. Christ's sake.
Battlefield 5 is, if you get the year 2 edition, is $24.99 if you don't have Origin access or anything, or the standard for $14.99.
Yeah, so I'd say pick it up if you can, because it's still a good game for what it is.
Yeah, and the visuals are phenomenal.
Oh yeah, the game looks fucking orgasmic.
I mean, Call of
Most
Duty,
beautiful game
Modern
I've
Warfare
played.
looks phenomenal, but oh my god, Battlefield, just the attention to detail in the game.
Oh,
is just
yeah, and the
insane.
destruction. The
Yeah.
Frostbite engine itself just really, really shines for a
From
shooter
the
like
mud on
that.
your clothes when you hit the dirt to
On
the
the gun.
storms, the glint
The mud
off
on the
the
gun,
guns,
like, it's
yeah,
amazing.
the markings.
Yeah,
Oh
if you
yeah,
smack the ground real hard and you get up and look down, you'll see your chest covered in mud.
Like, it's crazy.
Sometimes it's the little things.
Yeah, we'll jump on real quick to the next topic, which is just basically our favorite Call of Duties.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
So you got to pick one. Tell me what you like about it. Whoever wants to go first can start.
Well, for me, I mean, like, easily it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I mean, it was the last one I played, but I loved everything about it. It was entertaining. The single player was entertaining. The multiplayer was entertaining. Um, unfortunately, I didn't get to play a lot of it because that was literally the same year my brothers were like, "Hey, we're playing Battlefield." And then that was the end of it, but I really did like Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, because that was about the time that Battlefield 3 came out, right?
Yeah, I wanna say it was Battlefield 3. Yeah, Battlefield 3 came out, and that was, like, it. That's all we played.
I think it was a year after, maybe. What year did Modern Warfare 2 come out?
Here, I'll give it to you in just 5 seconds.
And then Battlefield 3 was like what? 2010, 2000, or Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3. And I think Battlefield 3 was 2009, maybe 2010.
It was actually late 2011, surprisingly.
Oh.
It's October 25th, 2011.
And then so it might have been Modern Warfare 3.
Modern Warfare 3, yeah, it came out in 2011.
Oh, Bad Company 2 came out around that time. That's what it was.
Oh, is that what I played? Yeah,
March
Bad Company
2nd,
2. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then 3 followed right after.
Yep. Have both of those.
Phenomenal games. I love them.
But I also I what I felt personally, like, with the Call of Duty games, that they focused a lot on their gameplay, which I give them, but when we're talking graphically, for people that give a shit about graphics, Battlefield was really taking the graphics to a new level at that time, and games were still like, "Okay, we're gonna make this as console friendly as possible," and I think that games are starting to move away from that idea because computers are becoming even cheaper and easier to build. So, I mean, now I think Call of Duty is probably, I honestly think that if Battlefield 4 doesn't step up their game with their next game, whenever the fuck it comes out, that they're gonna lose it to Call of Duty permanently, in my opinion.
Well, Call of Duty right now is at a great point. They got,
Oh yeah.
I mean, they got Modern Warfare just released. They can do Modern Warfare 2.
But the thing is, like, I'm getting really
Puppy.
annoyed about the remakes and that kind of thing. Like, I understand they're great sellers and they're fun and stuff like that, but this, like, this Modern Warfare is more like a pre-sequel to the original Modern Warfare, if you know what I'm saying.
It's a reboot, but it's also a pre-sequel in terms of like continuity from Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 of the original series.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. Like, but when you're talking about, like, completely, like, if I wanted, like, I personally would love to see Call of Duty 3 make uh a a reboot, because the story wasn't, like, it was historic, but the thing is, the gameplay and, like, multiplayer was completely different from the new Call of Duties. I think the only kill streak you got was dogs and artillery.
That was World at War.
Well, I do know you got like artillery and stuff.
I'm pretty sure there was some for dogs in Call of Duty. I think you only got to choose one kill streak though, and I think it was like 10.
I think it might have been UAV airstrike and then dogs maybe.
Yeah, something like that. But like I like the old Call of Duty. The tanks. I
Yeah,
like
that was the first one that brought tanks to multiplayer, right?
Yeah, well, that was the first one that really brought multiplayer in. Like rifle grenades. There was like I think 2 rifle grenades would blow up your tank or something like that.
Mhm.
As long as you hit them in the right spot.
Oh yeah, dude, I remember that was like the game you can hijack vehicles in too. Like I remember you can throw grenades inside of tanks to like blow up the enemy
No,
inside.
no. That
Like
was World at War.
It was UAV airstrike and helicopter for Modern Warfare.
Not Modern Warfare. I'm talking Call of Duty 3.
I didn't even think there were any kill streaks or anything like
Yeah,
that.
for what I remember, there was artillery fire. I'm pretty sure there were dogs.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of World at War.
No, because I remember the farm map that I used to play. So there was this river, like little creek bed with things, and there was tanks, and um, there was a castle map. Oh, and in that map I was talking about before, there was like a town in the middle, and then there was farm on the outside. That was the highest points in the map, and you could get up into the second floor of the farm, um, and snipe people for days. Uh,
The first game that had kill streaks was 4.
well, I could have been tanks then.
There were
I
tanks
remember
in 3.
I remember explosions everywhere, so that's probably what's going on. I remember playing Capture the Flag and all that good stuff back in that game. And dude, if they make a remake of that, yeah, I'll probably play it again because those maps were not small; they were big.
Yeah, there were big maps in 3.
There were a lot of open places, and there were a lot of closed off places. Like, so you would have multiple play styles all coming at once. The ports were like sniper battles and tank battles. And if you wanted to get on into a position, your team would follow a tank because it would block the bullets, you know. And they would run into the town and they'd go and do their running gun in the middle of the town, and then they'd flank behind you if they could, you know. And either even if you weren't having a great time, you could always play rifle grenade catch, and the team sometimes the enemy team would just join you and see who could kill themselves the most with rifle grenades. It was great. Like that was like my favorite point in Call of Duty.
You know, I had a gripe, and I can't even freaking remember what the hell it was.
Well, thanks for all talking about your favorite Call of Duties.
I didn't even talk about mine, you piece of shit.
Yeah, what the hell?
I didn't even bring mine up. I don't know what you're talking about.
I resent that.
All right, favorite Call of Duties.
Yeah, Corbin.
All right, so
That was great, Corbin. Thank you.
yeah,
So-
thanks for tuning in.
Full opinion from Corbin. Who's next?
Love you, Corbin.
It's I would have to say World at War, but a very, very close second was Modern Warfare 2. And an extremely close third was Modern Warfare 1. The PC version of it, because there was some really, really cool custom servers that had maps from all of the games before, like World at War and before. It was really cool. Anyways, World at War is my absolute favorite Call of Duty game, just because of the grit of World War II was shown in it. The missions were phenomenal and had so much replayability, and I love the fact that they added co-op to them. That was really cool. So you could do it with a buddy. Especially the tank mission, you know what I'm talking about. Blood and Iron, I think it was called. Fantastic. Christian's like,
I'm trying.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I played some of the story of World at War, not much.
Dude, you have to play it all.
Yeah, I would honestly.
So
You could
good.
probably pick it up for dirt cheap. It's worth a play.
World of War is right
And
there with
Custom
Modern
Zombies.
Warfare 2 for sure.
Yeah, solid games, dude. But yeah, my absolute favorite part, obviously, is the 42 player multiplayer servers or 48 player multiplayer servers, which was like the first Call of Duty that's really implemented.
That was like the original ground war.
Yeah. Well, not even that. It was just PC servers. You can max them out on any map, no matter what map. Dome, 48 players. It was insane.
Oh, dear God.
It was straight chaos. And of course, custom zombies. It's awesome. You can download hundreds of custom zombies maps that people have made with the zombies map editor. It was so cool. So then that's always, a fun thing to do with your friends. And then, the multiplayer was solid. They had great perks. They had great maps. Cool.
It
cool
sort
maps.
of, to my experience, had the same problem Modern Warfare did. Just because of stopping power, had it.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that perk. Never let it come back. I'm okay with stopping power rounds, but don't bring stopping power back ever again. It literally makes everything broken. You can't use anything in your for perk 2 slot. Nothing else. You're literally the worst player on your team if you don't run stopping power on every single class.
Yeah.
It's like Modern Warfare 2, most broken game to ever exist, but it was also the most fun because of it.
Modern Warfare 2 is huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Oh god.
But yeah, okay, one last highlight. One last highlight from World at War was the Black Cats mission, where you got
Oh,
to
hell
fly
yeah.
I forget what it's called, like the SBD or whatever. No, maybe it's not a SBD, but it was a pontoon plane, and you had to like rescue survivors in the middle of like an Atlantic war zone, and that was just so cool.
Yeah, and
Pulling out of
and that
wire.
mission is way too fucking hard for no reason. Sorry for talking.
Yeah. Oh, you're good. But yeah, when I first played that game, when I first played that mission, dude, I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. Like, I really hope Battlefield one day will come out with a mission that's as interactive and cool and chaotic as this one. Like, it was so awesome to see.
Yeah, they sort of had that 1 and 3 when you were in the jet as the
Yeah,
co-pilot.
right. But I mean, like at the time, it was very different from many other shooter games out there for sure. But yeah, anyways, pass on the torch.
You say yours yet? Josh?
My opinion probably differs from most of yours.
Oh, don't worry. I
disagree.
can't wait to say mine.
Mine's we know yours, Christian. Fuck off.
I don't think you know mine.
I want to hear what Christian's is.
Actually, guys, I really like Crucible. It's a really good game.
Yeah, plug for
Call of
Crucible.
Duty Crucible. Christian, go. You said it.
All right. My favorite probably would be Black Ops 1.
Oh no, that's not. That's okay. I'm cool with it.
Multiplayer wise, I didn't really play too much of the campaign. I beat it, but like I don't remember it too much. But multiplayer wise, I think Black Ops has probably been my favorite.
I'm on the same track as you then.
Because like that had the RC car and shit, and right, was that
The
it?
RCXD.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I was wrong because mine is Black Ops 2. Also, not Black Ops 2, but Black Ops also.
Yeah,
Oh,
Black Ops.
mine's Black Ops 2.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
shit.
Yeah, Black Ops 2 is the fucking best, dude. That campaign, dude, that is the best campaign of any Call of
Honestly, I
Duty.
never played it.
Dude, it is, oh my god, it's so good. I think there's like 5 or 6 different endings, depending on what you do throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
You can make your own loadouts, your own classes in campaign.
Oh, that's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I do believe
Equipment
they
and
brought that
everything.
back in 3, the custom classes during the campaign.
In Modern Warfare 3?
No. Black Ops 3. I think they brought that back.
Yeah, well, we don't talk about that.
Yeah. It was a very mediocre campaign. Looked great.
I mean, I haven't played beyond Black Ops 1, but is it just the name at this point? Black Ops?
After 3, technically. They try to make a shitty campaign out of 3. That sort of ties in with 2.
Yeah.
But 1 and 2 are like the actual Black Ops games.
That's what I thought. I feel like now it's just going to split where we're going to get Black Ops games and Modern Warfare games. Like that's how it's going to be split.
It might be because those are the two biggest series. So
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
hope
for
not,
at least
honestly.
at least for a little bit, I think like we're gonna get a Modern Warfare, or we're gonna get a Black Ops 4. We're gonna get a Modern Warfare 2. We'll probably get a Black Ops something, and
Black
then we
Ops
might
4
get
is already out, isn't it?
What aren't they already coming
Or
out with
Black
another
Ops.
Call of Duty?
Yeah, it's a Black Ops. It's Cold War.
Oh, I didn't realize. It was
Oh,
Black
so maybe
Ops.
that's a prequel to or takes place during
It
Black
could
Ops?
either be a slightly prequel because technically Black Ops is like the Vietnam War.
Towards the
so,
end.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's ensued by the Cold War. So
Mhm.
I'd
who
like to
knows?
see
I
more
mean,
of
it'd be interesting, especially to see the Cold War because that's a place of history that not many people know about, and like fighting actually like happened.
Yeah.
Like maybe not direct between the United States and the USSR, but like there were skirmishes and a lot of proxy battles and stuff happening in
Oh,
the
for
Middle
sure.
East.
Planes shot down, recon happening.
You guys remember Toy Soldiers?
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
Toy
Oh
Soldiers
my
Cold
God.
War, dude. Toy Soldiers Cold War. I played the fuck out of that. That was great.
I think they have it on Steam, and if they do, we should all pick it up because I believe it's co-op, isn't it?
I think it's 2v2.
Oh, dude, so fun.
Damn. Yeah, those are great games. But yeah, Black Ops is mine. Hands down.
Yeah, Black Ops was a pretty solid.
Again,
It was
I'm
a fun
excluding
campaign.
this Modern Warfare because I kind of think that this Modern Warfare is probably my favorite.
Mhm.
Like campaign wise, multiplayer wise, Warzone wise, what it has to offer.
I don't know. I really liked the Black Ops campaign.
The Black Ops story was so fucking. The Black Ops storyline was way better than fucking New Modern Warfare.
That's what I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can give it to the storyline, but Modern Warfare, that campaign I've never had a campaign that made me think like that and made me kind of like almost kind of feel like that. Like that it puts you in the shoes of those people.
Yeah.
Like when you're in those night vision missions where you're going through the houses,
Mhm.
like that shit is intense.
They've
Yeah.
done it before though.
I mean, every Call of Duty campaign I've ever played has more or less been a run and gun.
When have we, and other than Black Ops 1, been a sleeper agent that does work for the fucking Russians?
Okay, well, maybe not that specifically. You got me there.
No, it's more complex. I mean, like, sure, it'll make you think a lot less about shit that happened in Modern Warfare, the new one. Like, just getting people gunned down in front of you and you can't do anything about it.
I think the Black Ops story is just too detached from like what normal people would go through. For me,
I think
Like, when
that's exactly what's great about it.
Yeah,
I'd give it to that. But that's what Modern Warfare. That's why Modern Warfare's campaign like makes you feel like you feel that's the stuff that you see on like military TV and stuff. Like that shit's actually going on. You know, like right now.
Mhm.
I get where you're coming from, but
disagree.
I think the reason I like Black Ops so much is because it doesn't have the mainstream appeal to it.
I could see
Yeah.
that.
But
It was
also, it's still
definitely a
there.
different
It's still there
campaign.
also. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's so contained. Like, it's contained really well.
The story was like it blew all the other stories out of the water for sure. Because, like you said, it was most of the other Call of Duties are pretty much like run and gun.
I'll give it to Modern Warfare 2 and 3 though. Like, the stories were great too.
Yeah. Oh, the
Mhm.
ending at 3,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, when you actually deal with Makarov.
Yeah, right in the top of the tower when you crash your helicopter.
Yeah, crash him through it. Yeah.
That was sick.
spoilers.
But when you
Well, if you haven't played Call of Duty 3 by now, you need to.
when you realize that Reznov was never real and you were really Reznov,
Oh yeah, that was pretty over the top, man. You're
it's
like,
nutty,
what?
bro.
It's nutty.
Reznov was over.
This
Reznov
whole
was
time.
never there.
I thought he was there.
All right. Well then, Matt, what's your favorite Call of Duty? Was it 3?
Already said that.
Yeah, you went through the whole
It's
spiel,
over
man.
mine.
The whole
You know, remember that?
spiel on 3.
Shows how much
Yeah.
he pays attention to you.
No,
Matt.
I was just making sure it was 3.
Yeah.
We went on that spiel a little before we actually started this section of the
Yeah.
What about
podcast.
you, Craig, Discord robot?
No. Like,
Let him talk.
Discord robot.
Let him speak.
All right,
I
Craig.
did that like a good before. I think
Now you're interrupting.
Steve and you.
Yeah, no, yeah, Matt said his.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
Craig?
You piece of garbage. Craig, go on.
Oh, that was good.
Now
Good
recording.
point.
Excellent.
Good point, Craig. Good point.
All right, we're gonna be going on a break.
We
All
live.
right, welcome
Nobody
back,
say
everybody.
Anything.
Nobody say anything for any.
Oh my god, it popped back up. Oh yeah.
I was trying to get my webcam on, but it's not working.
Mine. Did you see what mine fucking does when I try to turn that shit on?
Yeah, that mine was almost doing the same thing. It was just loading. I don't know if it's Discord or what.
Look at that shit. It's fucking.
That's a
Oh,
good
I don't know
picture.
what that is. That looks horrifying. Sorry,
Yeah.
everybody.
Every time I turn mine on, that little loading screen just pops up.
Next excuse, we have to go to Micro Center.
I was having issues with that as well.
Oh, also, by the way, I'm Sealed Tempest, apparently.
You- No, I believe that says Stee item pests.
You've been
The item
sealed.
pass. It's not plural, you fucking degen.
I'm so sorry.
It is
Steve.
on your Twitch, you bitch.
Yeah, but it's not right here, so fuck yourself.
No,
yeah,
he's,
why don't you go fuck yourself?
I might.
Oh god, we are never gonna get ads.
Oh no, don't worry. When they give us ad revenue, when they actually give it to us, then we'll stop swearing. Until then, I mean,
Until we see the money.
yeah,
Give
exactly.
me the money.
Just give me the money if you don't want me to say horrific stuff.
I mean, it's not that hard.
I know. I'm like, God knows Twitch makes enough. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, Twitch. I don't want to.
Well, we were sponsored by us. You know, hit that donation button. Follow us on Twitch. Do what you got to help us out.
My
we don't see any of it.
PayPal.me
It all goes to
is PayPal.me/ Himalayan salt. HIMAL. It's how you spell Himalayan salt.
Just look it up. Just Google it.
What?
I wish I was as high as Josh right now.
Again, it's PayPal.me/
What a
Himalayan salt.
what a plug. All right.
So who wants to talk about Soviet Russia?
Yeah.
I think they talk about us.
Yeah, they probably do because they're
Was
it's
a joke.
Russia.
In Soviet Russia, they talk about you.
Yes, I got the joke.
Are you Mexican?
You got something against the Mexicans?
Hey, Holmes in Soviet Russia.
All right, let's stop.
Soviet Russia.
Let's end this real quick. What are we talking about?
That's what
Well, we were talking about
like.
the first Call of Duty game. I mean, like when you're like actually playing the Soviet Russians and you're charging up that hill, just the whole entire. I mean, like the graphics are shite. I mean, like in 2003, you wouldn't even blink an eye at those graphics, but that it really got you pumped when you were just playing that game and you were handed a thing of ammo and you're like, we don't have enough guns for you. This is communism.
You get stick.
When someone dies, pick up a gun.
Real quick, Dane, you should invest in Battlefield 5.
You know what I was told? I think this is a distinct possibility.
You should do it while we're here so we can play it after.
Yeah. Just get
you're gonna
Origin
have to
access.
download it.
That way you can only spend $5.
It's $5.
Sorry, everybody, that you have to listen to this, but
$5.
This is how we
You
appreciate
could also donate.
Did you just plug Origin?
What?
That's essentially what you did.
no, I'll plug
plug myself.
G2A right now. Hey, go to G2A and spend $17 on Battlefield 5.
That's what I did. Like a week after release, I got it for $30.
And then I paid $60 before these morons told me what G2A was.
Also, same.
Correct yourself. I told you plenty of times before what G2A was.
No, not when I got Battlefield 5. Remember, I bought it for $60 on Origin, and when I came into because that was the first PC game I ever bought, really.
Well, you're an idiot.
I came in and you were like, I paid $30 for the game, and I was like, what? What are you talking about? You paid $30 for this?
This glorious thing called G2A. You get literally anything you want for like 40% discount.
Yeah, we don't necessarily endorse.
He doesn't. I do.
Okay, yeah, we'll stick with that.
Depending
You
on
know what? I endorse it for now. They did pay out. I can't remember what small indie company it was, but because G2A said if you can prove that you are losing profits on our keys that are being sold on our site, then we will pay you like 10 times whatever you lost.
Oh wow.
And some company went through the effort. It was some indie game. I can't remember which one, but it's a pretty popular indie game. went through the effort to find out how much money they lost in revenue, and then G2A had to pay out like $300,000 to that company.
Well, that's awesome though. That's good for them.
Yeah, so I guess I could say I endorse them for now. If they keep
I
doing
will be right back. I will have to grab my credentials in order to sign up.
Oh, there was a tank mission in Call of Duty 1.
that. Do you just
I read
want to
about
read
that.
out your credit card
Are
numbers for
you
the
a guerrilla
podcast?
marketer
Yeah,
for
your
Origin?
social too, just in case they ask.
I am a guerrilla marketer for Origin.
What's
Well,
your
that
routing
is a
number for
crime.
your bank account?
So we'll jump on then to this Call of Duty. What do you guys think of it? Because I love it. Not
Modern
gonna lie,
Warfare?
I hate it, but I love it. Yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
I like that they have night modes.
Yeah, that's cool. I love the night.
I have a
modes.
love-hate relationship with it.
Dude, the campaign's production
Ooh.
quality
Oh,
was so good. The
it
best.
was a movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, 100%. I recommend anyone that is watching this right now and anyone in this chat right now to go watch the behind the scenes of in the making of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It was incredible. The technology they used, the way they animated everything, it was just over the top craziness. It was literally like they shot a movie, but then they animated over top of it. It was incredible.
okay, yeah, I didn't even see that.
The voice acting, the actual acting that went into it, it was really cool. It was
Oh,
legit like a
damn.
movie. Yeah.
That makes me want to go play it again.
Yeah, I was about to say I gotta go watch that and maybe give it another play.
Yeah. I mean, the script writing, like there was just so much thought that went into Modern Warfare. It was crazy. It was awesome.
I think they've done a really good job. I mean, it's something different than what we've got. We're on a new engine. We're seeing modes that we might have saw in Black Ops 4 or whatever with Blackout, but Warzone is a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
They're releasing it as a free-to-play game. I mean, we got skins and stuff and battle passes, but honestly, what game doesn't have those anymore?
Yeah. Even Battlefield has that.
Yeah. So I think it's good. I think they're doing a really good job with it. I love playing it.
Yeah. The multiplayer content is there, and I like if you wanted to, you can really earn your way to a battle pass. Like you can probably buy like the first one or two of them for
Yeah.
$10 each, and then from there on up, you'll probably have enough to buy the next couple battle passes, which is what I've done. It was really cool. And then on top of that, you get so much content that they release. You know, skins, characters, voice lines,
and it's nice not to see map DLCs.
Yeah, the free DLC. That was pretty cool.
The seasons are, if I'm getting my free maps, I'm okay with it. Because I'll tell you what, I haven't spent a dime in Call of Duty, and I haven't feel like I've not once felt like I needed to.
Yeah, you can totally play the game without spending anything on it.
Well, obviously I bought it, but
right.
I gave them the $60 for the game, but I haven't spent any more.
The free-to-play players, unfortunately, can only play Warzone. But
well, they do get a free multiplayer weekend right now. Just shout out to anybody listening. If you're a free-to-play Warzone player, you can.
Oh, there we go.
I think it ends It actually might already be over because it's Monday tomorrow.
It's June 15th. Yeah.
Yeah. By the time this goes up on YouTube or on the actual Anchor, it'll be over. So sorry about that. But clearly they're doing stuff like that, so I'm sure they'll do it again.
I hear season 4 is pretty disappointing though. I haven't played it, but I've heard sad things.
I sadly had to download 45 more gigabytes, but I did it.
I heard they got rid of plunder.
What?
What?
I don't know if that's for sure, but that's just what I've been told.
Dude, if they got rid of plunder, I'm gonna have some beef.
I heard that they replaced it with the 50v50.
Oh my god, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Is
I'm
it like
not sure.
Ground War or whatever? Basically.
No,
yeah, pretty much.
It's isn't it just Warzone? But
it's on the Warzone map. It's 50v50.
but it's 50v50. Yeah.
So basically, Ground War.
Yeah. That'd be fun to try out, though. We should try that out.
I mean, yeah, but I had a lot of fun with plunder.
No, what's the plunder was really cool. I did like that a lot.
It was a neat idea. It was a good spin on a battle royale.
Though you could also just avoid everybody and just collect money.
Yeah, but you won't win that way. You won't win that way.
I got third.
Yeah, you can get the third. You're not gonna get first. because people are going to either hunt you down at the end of it when you're just all alone with nothing, or you're not going to be going after the big enough game.
It is hard to win without killing at least one person.
Yeah.
But
Like,
still, I mean, I had a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah, it's a great game mode. And I'm not saying you can't win alone. Like if you're just going around, hiding around in the outskirts, you could probably win. But like I've tried that method tons of times, and it always it's a slippery slope. Once you start losing hard until you can go after people.
Mm-hmm.
When you just get in a truck.
Well, yeah, we all know how you work, Matt. We've all played with. You should have seen what happened in Battlefield when me and Steve were playing today. I was just standing around this corner, and I hear this dude slamming on the horn of this Jeep, and him and this guy in this like World War II buggy come ramming up this like African mountain as they come jumping down straight on me, and that crappy ass Jeep slamming the horn, and the dude just shooting like this machine gun into the air as they land right on me.
All right, guys, it's downloading.
Hello.
Hey.
It took me like 12 hours to download it, so
Well, mine is slowly going down. I'm at 3 hours. I'm going down
that's great.
2 hours. We'll see. If I get the full amount that I'm supposed to get, from Spectrum, doubt it. It should be done in about an hour ish, depending again.
It's speeds up to.
Up to.
I'm
Yeah,
at
that damn word.
I'm at 8 right now. I'm supposed to be like 20 or 30,
My
but
God.
Spectrum.
Well, all right. So, anyone else have anything to add on the new Modern Warfare?
Oh, door opening.
Oh yeah, and mounting.
Yep, mounting and door opening. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
so good.
I
I
think
like how
it's-
you can peek as well. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
They should have probably added a tilt, so you can like look around corners without having to mount.
Oh yeah, they had that up until.
I think they
the
didn't
brand
have
new,
it
honestly.
because you could mount.
I guess that would make sense. Yeah.
People wouldn't mount if you could lean.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, if you guys don't have anything else to add on the new Call of Duty, then we'll hop over to the last part. More gaming news stuff. We're getting off of Call of Duty now, just for the next like 20 or 30 minutes, however long. EA is dropping more games on Steam.
No shit.
This is the headline news topic of the week. Nothing else important happened. Not at all. There wasn't a big console release or anything.
Well, I mean, like, have you seen all the memes for the new consoles, though?
No, I know. I was just trying to beat around the bush.
Darn.
But for real though, EA is dropping more games on Steam. I mean, we got Battlefront. The Battlefields are on there now since last week.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's I like it. EA Access
Big
is
fan.
coming. Something interesting. Seeing another business's subscription model on a different platform. That's something that's going to be interesting to see from now on.
PS5 looks retarded.
Oh, Christian,
All right,
just in case you wanted to know,
we'll
Call
jump
of Duty
to that.
World at War on Steam Gift Europe is listed on G2A for $96.49. So in case you wanted to play some World at War,
I can't get the Europe edition.
what do you mean? It's only $96.49.
Yeah,
It's a
come on, man.
European edition.
I know, I'm kidding.
I'm like, what do you want me to do with that?
NordVPN.
No.
You drop $100 on a Call of Duty that's 12 years old.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a picture of the PlayStation 5 up on the stream.
Dude, yeah, you know what? Not only should you put the PlayStation 5 up there, put the damn Xbox, the new Xbox up there, the fucking mini fridge. Like, put that fucking thing up there next to it.
I think there's
Didn't
also
need to
several
make either
versions of
of
the
them.
PS5, right?
What'd you say?
What was that? Yeah, what?
Me or Josh?
Anyone?
Anyone? But I didn't.
I think Josh
I
said,
would-
why did they have to make either of them?
What did Corbin say?
Yeah.
I said, I think there's several different versions of the PS5. There's like the one without the disc tray, and then there's like
Yeah,
black and red.
And the all digital one. I don't think it's black and red. I think it's the same thing but without a disc tray.
Yeah,
there's
no,
like 3 different styles.
no. There's okay. So this is what it is. You have
think.
the digital and you have the normal. All right. So you got the one without a disc, the one that takes a disc. Probably going to be about a $50 difference. If I had to guess. And then you have different shades. So you have the basic white and blue, and then you have a black edition, which is black and red, or no, black and blue, and then you have the Spider-Man edition, which is black and red, and it comes with the
Oh,
Spider-Man
yeah.
controller.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah, I love how PlayStation's
So yeah, I got the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 kind of up next to each other.
I love how the PlayStation controller it got nice and thick, kind of like that Xbox controller over there.
Yeah,
But
you
guys,
know,
the DualShock's better than the Xbox controller, obviously. For
yeah, clearly they've lost their controller war there because they're slowly
Yeah, they're gravitating towards Xbox design.
You know what? I don't know if it's because of my gangly ass fingers. I don't know what it is. I always thought an Xbox controller was a little more comfortable. I have one for my
Oh,
PC.
easily. No, Xbox is that controller is what controller should be. Like I'm not
Now-
against PS5 taking. Go ahead, make it better.
Yeah, my
and
brothers would disagree.
I that's fine, but I it's at this point I feel like it's a genuine like almost it's still an opinion. Clearly, it's all obviously an opinion, but it's almost facts that like the Xbox is better. I mean, you have the PlayStation 4 coming out with the Pro controller. You know what the Pro controller was?
An Xbox controller.
An Xbox controller.
You know, the thing about the the last time I held a PlayStation controller was PlayStation 2, but that controller was it felt so small in my hand. So freaking small. And I would get cramps. Oh my god, it was bad. But I mean, like, look at these. I posted this on Facebook, and it was like a poll. Which one are you going to do? I shit you not. All my friends that played console, and I'm glad I remember this. I have to friend my friend Ben. They all were like, "We're building PCs because of this trash," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm happy about that." I'm like, if more people move to PC because of the crap that they just put out, I'm happy because the amount of money that people are investing in, like every 4 years, there's a new console you have to play, plus a subscription you have to pay, plus this bull crap you have to pay. I'm glad. I hope they all fucking die, but that's just me. My opinion.
To be 100% honest with you, I love PC gaming, and I do think it's superior in damn near every way. But console gaming has its place 100%.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's you got to give it to a console to just come home, have it next to your TV, press the controller on your butt, like press the button on your controller that you have next to your bed, and just lay down and play on like a 45-inch TV.
Yeah,
and
but
not
now
worry
you can
about
do
your input
that.
lag.
Yeah, but you can do that with like Steam Link and other streaming platforms that do
Yeah.
it right to your TV and stuff.
Yeah,
which is
I don't
pretty
know.
incredible.
I don't think streaming is where it's not competitive right now unless you have
Yeah.
great internet. It's
Right.
look
That's a
at
good
Stadia.
point.
Because
Like, it
I
doesn't
would
compare.
I was gonna say my Steam Link is literally next to my Wi-Fi, next to my computer. So, and my computer's hardlined into the Wi-Fi router. So, I get excellent connection between that and my television. But for someone that's like, let's say their computer is not in the same room, I wouldn't say that it's a very good option. But
No, and especially like that's who it's for. Like you know, obviously you have a nice like setup like a where you got your TV next to your computer, but like the ideal setup for the streaming would be, oh, I have a computer in my computer room, but I want to play something in my living room on my TV.
right, but with that said, um, I think the Steam Link is good to kind of even it out in the sense that, let's say you're one of those people that have your computer in your bedroom and you're just chilling there. If you turn on your Steam Link, like you press the button on your controller, it automatically connects to your computer. So it's kind of like turning it on.
All right, but I'll throw this in the mix. How many times have one of us launched a game and been like, "Fuck, something's not working"?
For me, with a Steam Link, honestly, never.
No, I mean just on computers in general. How many games have you launched? How many times have you tried to play a game and it just be like, "Bleh"?
You
That's
know,
for me
That's
at
a
least
good point.
a
Yeah.
good portion. Every time I start a console game, though, you know it's gonna launch.
Yeah.
last time I played any console, oh my god, got the Ring of Death on the Xbox. There was a stupid scratch on a CD. The Wii would overheat. Um, I mean,
Playing
like, I
Dance
think the
Dance
argument's
Revolution.
valid either way, but
I wouldn't put the Red Ring of Death in the same competition of that. That was a manufacturing error. Like you could that's not something that
but you see, I would rather have downloaded a game that is having some kind of like software error or a download error or a problem with Steam or a problem with Origin than having a $300 hunk of plastic with a damn manufacturing error.
oh, I mean that could totally happen with your graphics card.
You're right. I'll give you that. But if that happened with my graphics card,
You're out like $500.
well, no, because if you have a warranty on it, you get it back the next day. I mean, like I've switched out computer parts before. You
Well,
call them.
yeah. I mean, you have your warranty, but like it's much more of a problem if you got to go, oh, I got to replace blah 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 and all this. Then oh, I got to just send my console in, or I can go up to GameStop and they'll just swap out my console and my hard drive.
That's also an excuse to upgrade.
That's where PC gaming comes in as well. You can look at both of these systems and they're going to be priced around $700. You build this in a PC, you're spending $1,200, $1,400.
You're right, $1,400 for something I'll have for a decade.
I mean, I still have my PS4. I don't touch it.
Oh, yeah.
I got it, but I don't touch it.
Boom, point
Look-
made. No,
Look at
Another-
the games they're pushing though. Look at current gen games. I mean, you got Battlefield 5 is running on current gen consoles. No problem.
right. But, you know, I'd be like, yeah, I could get down to the nitty-gritty with, you know, oh, well, the graphics are this and that and that. I do like the idea of just turning it on, but do you have to pay for a subscription now these days to play those damn $700?
And that's I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm definitely a PC.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of like pointing out the fact that why am I paying for a physical item for physical games? Sometimes I know you can download them onto them. It looks like they have CD drives here. Why
Yeah,
am
these
I?
are models.
Why the hell am I going to pay a subscription
Why
after
am I
paying?
still getting hate?
Like, why am I getting hate? But like, yeah, could you imagine if Keemstar like actually got pissed off because we were talking shit? But
Let it happen, man. Publicity's publicity.
Yeah, I know, right?
Cancel us before we start. People will know about us.
Yeah, hashtag Keemstar, hashtag fuck you H3.
Hashtag cancel whatever our podcast name is.
Yeah, hashtag cancel. Yeah.
It's on the it's below whatever you're watching. Just
But you know, I just feel money wise, problem wise, you just are better off nowadays just going with a PC. You don't have to look like at an ugly white modem sitting on your next to your television. You don't have to look at I don't even know what to call that obelisk of an Xbox. I mean,
a
like
PC. Are you kidding me? Don't you talk shit on that
I
Xbox
don't
and tell
fucking
me that does not look like a computer.
a computer. It looks like if you want to talk about like a design
Dude, that
team,
looks like a computer. It's a computer.
when a design team sat down and went, I need to save money. Dude, I got the perfect shape for you.
Or you could think about it like this. I was watching. I feel the need to shout it out because I'm going to talk about it. WAN show. This is where they talked about it. Linus Tech Tips. But also, I mean, like, look at the PS5. Do you like the design of the PS5?
No.
You don't. I do.
No, like in all honesty,
I
and
think-
actually, if you just turn that PlayStation to the left a little bit, you'll see it's hunchback. But no, I honestly have to say that they tried to make it look really futuristic, missed the mark, and they gave it to some art teacher that thought that it was a very transcendent looking piece of art.
Now, see, I think it looks nice. Don't get me wrong, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's
But
different.
I
Yeah.
definitely think it's something. I mean, you're giving the Xbox crap for the whole block design, but like, what was the last PS4? It was a block. So what do you expect from 'em if you don't want them to go something
Never
a little unique,
Well, I
never
think Xbox is going for a very minimalist
basic? Yeah,
design.
it's
They're
timeless. The Xbox
modern.
design is timeless. Like
Right.
it's a brick.
But the best part I was gonna say, at least they, like, stuck with the, like, box design this time, like, they really put the box back in Xbox.
Now, see, I miss the like old designs like this, like the Nintendo. Like again, it goes back to Wancho what they were talking about, like the and Nintendo 64 and
Right.
that purple translucent controller. I loved that shit. I loved the cool little kitschy like
But, I don't
sci-fi-ness that we're
see,
getting from it.
I don't mind that, but with those consoles, they like, okay, take, for example, the GameCube. Don't ask me why I liked the way the GameCube was. I don't know why I like that. This just seems like they're trying to make modern art pieces instead of, like, I don't
I will give you that, especially like with the way I have the pictures labeled. Can I just say real quick, you know what? On the topic of this, something is up, man. Look at the marketing between these two systems.
Yeah, you notice any similarities?
Like it's the same. And you got black and you got white. You got basically the same specs in each system, just a tad different. Like what is happening? We're being sold the same shit. You buy an Xbox Series X, you buy a PS5. Who you
Uh,
bought a console, like at this point. It doesn't even matter.
you know what kind of, like, bothers me a little bit more is the fact that, you know, those PlayStation games and Xbox games, right? I know they make games specifically for the PlayStation and specifically for the Xbox, but sometimes you can like, PC players can play games that were meant for the PlayStation, games that were meant for the Xbox. We have emulators. I mean, again, I don't see the appeal anymore. I lost the appeal after the PlayStation 2. For me, they're like collectibles. You put them on a shelf, they look good. I have this.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna buy a PS5.
No, you're not.
please buy it because I want
I am.
you
I'm
to
gonna
buy
buy a
it.
PS5.
I want you
Why?
to show it on the
And don't say exclusives.
Well, no, it goes beyond. It is exclusives. I'll lay it at that. We still haven't gotten Spider-Man. That's a big game for me.
You're feeding into the problem by buying the PlayStation.
Yes and no. I feel like again, I like console gaming. I like gaming on my TV right over here, but I'm gonna get terrible input lag with anything else other than
I'm gonna chalk this up to like art. So where some people would not pay $1.5 million for an original Van Gogh, Christian will. And I will have in Christian's favor in this, if he wants to spend 700
it's
dollars
not gonna be $700.
for you're right, $1,500 for a PlayStation 5 that could go towards a new PC, but then again, that's up to Christian. This is America, people, America. All right. I'm for it, but I just want to see a really good review of it. I want you to live stream a review of this damn thing. I want to see the different angles. I want you to show off its hunchback because
I
that thing
will, for
and
sure. I'll tell you this real quick, just to wrap it up, because I do love PC gaming. I'm kind of done playing the devil's advocate with the consoles.
I know,
Um,
I know.
but I am gonna buy a PS5 just sheerly because like there's some games on there like Ratchet and Clank that Katie's gonna play, and like it's a little more easier to access sometimes. Just get on a console.
You don't
But
know
I
how
Um,
much I would love to fucking play Ratchet and Clank again, but I'm not going to buy a PS5 just so I can do it.
I mean, I
you know,
bought a Switch. I bought into it.
but
I think Switches are fine because you're not there's no chance you're getting those games on PC.
I have
There's
a
zero.
controversial play. I think the Switch is shit, and I'll tell you why. You're buying a system that is way underpowered for what they're pushing out, and you're paying $60 for games that have been released for 7 years,
well, that's Nintendo for you.
and people are just shilling out to it like it's nothing. And you pay $60 for. Don't get me wrong, I love Mario Party, love it. It's not a $60 game. It's not a $60 game. I could get a game like that for $5 on Steam. I'm sure someone created something.
Yeah.
When did Nintendo not shell out the same fucking games since the
It's
80s?
I
I
just
mean,
I don't
I know there are older games that you're buying for the Switch, but that is Nintendo's MO.
yeah,
That
I just think the Switch is a trap.
Oh, yeah, you're not alone in that feeling for a lot of people. A lot of people have said that. There is a night and day relationship with the Switch. It it's not one of those, I love this feature, I love that feature." It is the people that absolutely hate it and see it how you see it, and then you have the people that are like, "I don't give a shit, Mario."
Yeah. Yep,
So
you have the Nintendo fanboys. But you have
I think the Switch is the only console that's pushing ground. The other ones are just the same thing. Oh, you got
Yeah,
better
at least they're
graphics.
innovative, with their
The
design.
Switch is like, yo, take these mainstream games wherever you want to go.
I
you can say it's pushing the boundaries, but PlayStation did that with PlayStation Portal or whatever on the PSP.
I'm
The
not.
prop
I'm talking about the PS5 and the Xbox.
Well, no, I'm just saying, but
They're
PlayStation
not pushing
tried.
any grounds besides better graphics and what faster. Oh, you got better pieces in your new system here. Is that
Yeah,
what you got?
you're right.
What are you doing that makes this the next generation?
But
You
I
know
feel like the big selling point for me personally is for the Switch is that you can take these big mainstream games on the go.
Yeah,
I
that's what
I
I'm saying.
never find myself, besides the one time on a plane where me and Katie played Mario Party, actually having time to pull out my Switch and play it in public.
Oh, I
right,
haven't
when I'm
touched
out.
my Switch in months.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You're
saying.
not leaving the fucking house.
but you know
I
what?
mean, I go a lot of places, bro. I've gone on several vacations, and I'll bring my Switch, and I still don't sit down and be like, you know what? I'll play my Switch outside of here. Every time my Switch is played, it's docked.
But you know what? And this is solely like for Nintendo. Name another company that has been hawking the same thing for 30
Bethesda.
years and was
Yeah.
not successful
Madden.
doing. Well, okay, Madden's a whole different story. That's just the wannabe nerds that want to play Madden football because all they do is watch football and they want to play football because they play this D&D game called fantasy football and then get angry when someone calls it D&D football. No, Madden is I'm talking about a whole entire company based off the same damn characters since the 80s. Since the 80s. And they're still shelling out the same stuff. And we eat it up. And I don't blame them because you know what? I love Mario and I will eat it up.
I love
But-
Mario too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I
Yeah, I do
too.
So,
Link, that's my guy.
Yeah, Link.
so I'm with Josh in saying Xbox, PlayStation, even though they hawk the same crap, they can't keep it original.
I mean, I can't
my
say this. I can't say this for sure. I've only just heard it through the grapevines of videos and whatever. I didn't do too much research on it because this is kind of a spur of the moment topic. But every time there's a graphical jump, every time there's a big push, what video game companies don't feel the need to do much improvement on things when the PC market that can push these improved things aren't their biggest market. So why are they going to push their games farther than what the PS4 can handle for a market they're not going to actually appeal to? So when these video game consoles actually push that barrier and become more powerful, then the video game developers are like, all right, let's do it. The people, like, our actual market share now has the hardware to do it. So let's push these games.
Right, it's like having Crisis 1 on the original Xbox. You're just not going to do it.
But
you wouldn't even get 20 frames on the original Xbox.
right, and you know what though? I mean, that's another argument for console holding back the capabilities of PC gaming. That's an argument for
It is holding back PC gaming 100%. I will say, like, I know
No.
it's not really for it or anything, but it is. But now I don't think it will.
Maybe. I mean, I honestly think that when they make a PlayStation or they make an Xbox, their first thought is, well, let's make it good enough for the next 4 years because we're going to make another one. And profitability is number one. Not saying that it's not in the PC world. It is absolutely. Yeah, everyone wants an i9 processor or whatever the AMD equivalent is, and
Just
you know,
replace your I with an R.
The
That's
R9
another company I'll go back into. We're being sold the same shit, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, Intel and Ryzen are definitely different, but it's blue and like
it's blue and red tape. That's what it is. Blue team or red tape.
All right, do you want Intel? Do you want Ryzen? Do you want Xbox?
i3,
do you want
R3,
PS5?
R5, i5. Like it's literally the same naming scheme, the same.
I want to see someone do a teardown of the new PlayStations and the new Xboxes. I've seen YouTube videos before where they take the equipment, they tear it down, they look at the pieces and tell you exactly what you're buying for the computer equivalent.
Here, I got you. That's already out for the Xbox Series X.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, Austin Evans. They brought a bunch of like YouTubers and stuff in to like look at the new technology and stuff, and they gave you like a bench where you could like build the Xbox like with all the parts. It's actually very modular inside the Xbox Series X. Let me see if I could just like find
buy an Xbox Series X.
Modular, so like that entire case is like a computer case, modular.
Here, I'll put it on the stream real quick.
That'd be awesome.
So yeah, so that's like the heatsink going over the CPU module right there.
And is this Austin Evans' YouTube channel or?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
So it's a brick inside of a brick.
Yeah, no, it literally turns into a brick.
But yeah, that's like all cool, and but I can make a LAN box.
You can, but you're gonna spend again like $1,300.
Yeah, but that LAN box is gonna outlive the Xbox X series.
I mean, how long have we had the Xbox One? People are still jamming on that 7 years later, and they're gonna support it through on.
I actually have to take mine apart and figure out why I keep getting a ring of death.
How many ring? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about the new one. But I don't know. I think like I'll definitely purchase the PS5, especially because I think PS5 is actually breaking some sort of grounds with the SSD. It could all be talk right now, but the way they're doing it is that SSD is going to be loading like caches onto it of games,
Right.
so that they're going to be able to have access to these things faster than like something would on a computer, unless obviously every single one of your games is installed on a SSD.
So it's like Intel Octane but better.
Yes, exactly. No, that's what they're trying to use right now. So like, especially with the digital edition, I mean, imagine that if all of your games are on this SSD and streaming from that instead of your RAM memory or like the system memory. Like SSD is way faster than like RAM speeds or anything like that.
You know what? As soon as Microsoft and Bill Gates stops dealing with vaccines,
Oh
they're
my
going
god, I
to
know.
turn around and they're going to go, all right, now we have to take on PlayStation. They're trying to take on Microsoft Octane, and boom.
Well, the thing is Xbox and PS5 are like, we're no longer competitors. We're going for different stuff. Like, no, you guys are competitors.
You guys are just working together behind the scenes.
At this point, yeah, you're working together behind the scenes. You guys are competing. Look at the marketing. Like everything is split down, and I feel like into these dualities of where we have Xbox and PlayStation 5, you have Android and iPhone, you have Intel and Ryzen, you have Nvidia and AMD, and it's all
Republicans and the Democrats.
like I don't know what it is, but we're being sold the same crap, and it sucks when these two companies. It's never good having two things, just two things. Okay,
like-
besides couples, like monogamy or whatever.
Like a two-party system.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
like a
saying
two-party
like a
system.
two-party
The
system?
two-party system is trash.
It's the same thing. It doesn't promote. Oh, we just lost 2 viewers as soon as we mentioned politics.
No, one came back.
That was funny. But like, yeah, it's whenever you have, it's competition. It comes down to competition. When there isn't competition, nobody strives to do better.
Right. Agreed.
That's
Except
true.
communism. Communism.
Well, here you go. Start up
Because
your
Alright,
own company
what's
that's
so
going to
great
make the
about
next gen
communism
console.
is that no one has to compete The only competition is your country against everyone else's.
See, the thing about I like. Yeah, you said that, Dane. I'm going to talk about Corbin's thing.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. The thing about like that is creating a new console. Like, yeah, you'd think that'd be a great idea, but I feel like people have tried. I mean, like the Ouya, whatever that was.
Oh, that shit just fucking retarded. It's not an
That-
actual
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all
That's true.
dumb.
That
Make
is
a
true.
good console. People will buy into it. If you give them limitations with the PS5 and the Xbox One, or I'm sorry, the Xbox X or whatever the hell it is.
This Xbox.
Yeah. Someone out there knows exactly what is wrong with those things, right? And I'm guessing if you give them the tools to do it better, they will. And if they're able to get all of the right tools to make it, within a reasonable price range, basically a new competitor to the PS5 and the Xbox, while switching it up, making those crazy drastic improvements. Instead of like the iPhone 10 to the iPhone 11, they're going iPhone 10 to iPhone like 16. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yep.
totally different hardware. It's totally different layout. They have new apps. They have new innovative technology that's built into the phone. To the console, I should say. You know what I mean? Like it's just they're totally changing it up rather than we have a new processor. Oh, hey, guess what?
Yes.
We have a next gen card.
To
There
be
you
fair,
go, buy your
the
console.
iPhone 10 versus 11, the 11 was a significant upgrade from the 10.
But that's what
I-
I'm saying is like iPhone is version to version, blah blah blah. Sometimes every 5 years they have like a brand new phone. It's like wow, like Samsung, the new camera is incredible. You can zoom in times.
Yeah,
50.
the F20 camera's badass.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like, how long did it take them to do that? A long time.
Well,
Alright.
yep. It comes down to the push of innovation, man. I mean, think about how quickly we went from Razor flip phones to Android lollipop,
And now back
now
to
we
Razr
have-
flip phones.
and now back to Razor flip phones, which suck and failed horribly, and they went on sale for like $1 after they
You
went.
know what? It's funny. Those came out, and then the coronavirus hit. Did the Razor have the coronavirus in it? Is that what
You heard it here first, people.
Razor
that's-
started Corona. There.
That's what happened.
So,
Um,
in all honesty, though, I thought the idea of like a flip phone Razor was a good idea. I mean, but that's feeding back to my nostalgia, I suppose, because when I was in high school, we just started getting fucking phones. I'm
Yeah.
so I'm like fucking iPod old.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I had a Zune.
Oh, I remember those, dude. The Zoom.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had a
too.
fucking Zune.
We don't talk about the Zoom.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta pull up a picture of the Zune in case anybody
I thought you had a
I had
Zoom.
a
I was real
Zoom.
jealous.
I
if
had an
anybody doesn't know what that is.
I had an iPod and then the iPod Nano.
Oh, look at all these.
Yeah, dude. The Nano.
Look at all
Oh
those.
my
Zunes.
god.
And then the first girl, I felt so bad. She had the first iPhone. Oh, dude, I had a black one.
In
The
case you don't know what a Zune is, real quick, it's an iPod,
But Microsoft.
but Microsoft.
Yeah, yeah.
And
they call those
nobody
MP3
heard of it.
players.
It didn't. It did terrible in the grand scheme of things, but it didn't do super bad.
No,
You know what I mean?
actually,
Like it wasn't a traditional MP3 player. It did make some, additional changes that
Yeah,
people
Oh,
wanted.
arguably the Zune was better for its time, but it's just it
Yeah.
got beat out by a simpler product, and that's where Apple always comes in.
right. I know. And then prostate cancer comes in and destroys your company.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you know what? It's funny how they did not have a stylus for their phone, and then after Steve Jobs died, they had phones coming out with a fucking stylus. And I don't think Apple is what it used to be now that Jobs is dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I've even seen Apple stores disappear from micro centers and heard about it. But that's a whole different topic. I
but
could
again,
the Mac PC freaking argument. I could get into that for days.
oh yeah,
I'm
we
just saying,
got
like, think of it. Apple is just another PS5 versus Xbox predicament. What have they done that has changed the game?
What didn't they?
recently.
Well, in all honesty, with Apple, I don't know if they ever broke 16% of the market in entirety. Not necessarily like for companies. Apple is great for companies, especially companies that do a lot with architecture and interior design. But just recently, my cousin, she actually works for Google, and she also works for another company, I believe. But or she used to work for Google. I don't know. Either way, so it's actually come to the point where she needs to have a custom PC made because Apple cannot keep up anymore. That's how bad Apple has gone down the sink, and she has never ever bought a PC up until now.
I guess that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Apple's kind of fallen to shit in my opinion, and I'm
Yeah,
ready.
like, for the everyday user, I'm sure it's fine. But like you
Right,
said, when you have specific needs, maybe
right.
Apple
The
isn't your
video
best
that
choice.
we watched today, Corbin.
Yeah, like the $32,000 Apple versus a 33, or what was it,
Apple
33,000?
Pro, yeah, the 32,000.
Oh, the Apple Pro versus the PC Pro. Shout out to
Yeah.
Linus. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, did you see how that ended?
yeah.
The PC Pro won most of the point. Well, I ended at when the PC Pro was at 16 points.
The Mac he recommends the Mac Pro at the end, basically.
He does.
Yes, saying that if you need something that's going to work right away and you don't need the fine tuning, you use the Mac. Like in a typical scenario, the way he describes it is something like if you're spending blah blah $32,000 on a system, you don't get a system that's going to be compromised when you're already spending $32,000. You're going to spend that more for the Mac.
But
when
if you
it's
need the
gonna be-
power, you go with the PC Pro.
Yes. But like Macs still do have their purpose, definitely in the Surface, especially with the iPad. Like nothing that's out right now besides a Surface laptop to a T can compete against an iPad and an Apple Pencil for a lot of creative like developers.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, like,
And I mean,
they're plug and play. They're ready to go when you put them in. I mean,
yeah, and I
Right.
mean they're pushing boundaries on even on the processor side though. It's just we don't see it too much because it's their A10 or whatever, their A chip, because they bought Intel's mobile processing division. They own that. Yeah.
yeah, I wonder why. It's
Well, yeah.
you know, yeah, that's a whole thing.
All right. Well, we're at a minute, or not a minute. We're at a minute so far, so we got a lot to go, guys.
Dang,
A minute,
we're
a minute.
what
we're
a
at an
minute.
hour and 42. Do you guys have anything else you want to add or plug at the end of this? Anything you want to say?
PayPal.me/Himalaya salt. PayPal.me/Himalaya salt.
Buy that man
Alright.
a Big Mac.
The only thing I would like to say is, hey, Call of Duty, if you drop another 40 gig download or a 40 gig update,
No.
I swear to God.
They're not going to drop a 40. They're going to drop a 50 and then a 60.
Then a 60, then a 70, then an 80. We're not at the point where everyone has 10 terabytes. All right, Microsoft is working on that.
Season,
All right.
season 4 of Call of Duty came out. I'm initializing to see what the download is.
It's 45.
45.
Wait, 45 gigs?
Yep, season 4 is 45 gigs.
Every season, boys, it's 50 gigs.
Yep.
Get ready.
45.01.
I had to delete Battlefield 4. I'm sorry.
Nope.
I had to do it for Call of Duty.
Delete something else, dipshit.
I don't have anything else to delete. I'm playing
We
through
still
everything else.
We still play Battlefield 4 too.
I mean, look, it was either between Call of Duty or Battlefield 4, man. I gotta
Well,
keep Planet Coaster. I gotta keep.
Saying is he's not gonna give up Planet Coaster or Monster Hunter. Monster
Yeah,
Hunter
Monster
World.
Hunter's gotta stay. I mean, I
Yeah,
play that
I
a
mean-
lot.
He plays that all the time, man.
Do you still have Red Dead 2 installed?
Yeah,
That is plenty of space that you could have saved. How often do we play that?
that's true. I do have another game going though. Like I started a new campaign.
You know, the only reason why I stopped playing Red Dead was because of Bannerlord, and the only reason why I stopped playing Red Dead was because we've been doing all this Discord stuff and Twitch and Call of Duty and Battlefield. that
We're
I
all
haven't
trying to become famous.
I have not had the time to just sit down and enjoy a game in peace and silence.
Well, you
But
joined our Discord.
but
Well-
you know what? In the same token, I mean, like, it's been great. It
Yeah.
really is. It's been awesome.
All right. Well, we can end there. Thanks everybody for coming and listening to us rant for about, I guess, 2 hours. If, if you if you enjoyed the show, give us a like, follow, subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell icon if you're watching this on YouTube. If there's a game or anything else you want us to talk about at one point, just leave us a comment on something. Let us know. We'll try to get to it. If you guys don't have anything else to add, we'll just end it there.